From Polly Perret's falling out with Mark to Cody DePablo feeling like she wasn't respected enough, here's the truth about the most scandalous NCIS cast exits. The first one shocked the viewers the most. It's Polly Perret's exit. Abby Ciuto, played by Perret, was one of the most beloved characters, known for her quirky style and positive attitude.
There's only headers left. All the data's been transferred.
Well, let's hope Holdren didn't have a chance to sell it.
Gibbs has a friend in recovery.
Gibbs has friends?
Well, at least one. Must be a close mate, too, because Gibbs was well-versed.
Fans were devastated when she announced she was leaving the show after 15 seasons. But why? Well, while on the show, her character left after an assassination attempt. But some reports suggest that she left because of her co-star Mark Harmon. Apparently, the two had a dispute in 2016 after Harmon's dog bit a crew member on set. This led to tension between the two stars, and they did not share any scenes together during Perret's final episode. After the episode aired, Perret took to Twitter with a series of vague tweets. She was basically suggesting that false stories were being spread about her and that she was trying to protect her crew. She also mentioned experiencing physical assault, leading to her decision to leave the show. CBS released a statement saying they'd worked with Perret to find a resolution to her workplace concern. They even said that they were committed to a safe work environment on all of their shows, which clearly shows that something was wrong. And that wasn't even the end of it. In 2019, Perret again took to Twitter to confirm that she would not be returning to NCIS and that she was afraid of Harmon attacking her. She said that she even had nightmares about it. She assured fans that she had a new show that was safe and happy. This next one was equally sad, if not as dramatic. It was when Sasha left.
McGee, I need full audio and video surveillance inside and out, everything tied back into MTAC.
You got it, Kate.
You won't leave the building?
If I do, I'll call you. Go.
Saying goodbye to Sasha's character Kate from NCIS was a real shock to fans of the show, but it wasn't because the writers wanted her gone or because fans disliked her. It was actually Sasha's decision to leave the show on her own terms. In a 2012 interview with TV Guide, she explained that the grueling filming schedule demanded by the show was simply too much to handle. Making 24 episodes a year for 10.5 months and working 17 hours a day is no easy feat, so I really don't blame her. Mark Harmon, who plays Gibbs, has also spoken about how difficult the schedule can be. He said in a 2017 interview with The Talk that the first day of filming was 21 hours long. Can you imagine? But ever since Sasha and Mark spoke about it, the schedule has been slimmed down since the first season, but it still requires a lot of hard work. Despite the challenges, Sasha doesn't regret her decision to leave the show. In fact, in the same TV Guide interview, she said that leaving NCIS was the right choice for her. She explained that she wouldn't be where she is today, with a happy marriage and 2 kids, doing things creatively that she loves if she had stayed on the show. So while it was tough to see Kate leave in such a dramatic way, it seems like Sasha made the best decision for herself in the long run, and she isn't alone in being exhausted with the show. Michael Weatherly also left for the same reason.
You did not have to come.
Well, you always forget your gum and magazines when you fly, so.
In Farsi, the word for virtue is taqwa. Means nothing to me.
I know it's not Russian. What about Hebrew?
Yep, he left the show in season 13 because it was too tiring, and he wanted to pursue a new challenge. He quickly landed a lead role on the CBS show Bull, which was a major factor in his decision to depart from NCIS. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter in August 2016, Weatherly explained that he was feeling burnt out from his time on NCIS. He then added that he was ready for something new. Mark expressed that sometimes change is as good as rest, and the opportunity to take on a fresh role in a new show was exactly what he needed. Now, who can deny that? Weatherly also shared that he felt satisfied with the way his character's story had concluded on NCIS. Now, this is something that can't be said for the rest of the people who left. It was a full circle moment for him, and he felt that he'd accomplished what he had set out to do. While leaving the show was undoubtedly a difficult decision, Weatherly felt that it was time to move on and tackle new challenges in his career. And there's another thing that sets him apart from the rest. While the rest of the people left pissed, Weatherly has spoken fondly of his time on the show and the connections he made with his co-stars. In fact, he made a surprise appearance in the show's 300th episode. Though, while Weatherly and Sasha left due to the workload, Cody DePablo's exit had an entirely different reason behind it.
Hey, I would have done it, only, you didn't?
I think he's more afraid of heights than you are. Maybe she had a good reason to leave him.
Poor guy's sleeping on a blow-up bed.
Good marriage needs good communication.
For her, it wasn't the hours or the workload. Nope. She was more than happy to do it all, but unfortunately, the woman wasn't getting the respect she deserved. In an interview with TV Guide in 2013, actress Cody DePablo opened up about her decision to leave the hit show NCIS. She said that it was a personal decision and she would prefer to keep it that way. But she did reveal that leaving the show was an incredibly difficult decision, and at times it was even terrifying. 3 years later, in a Q&A session with fans, DePablo elaborated on her reasons for leaving the show. Basically, the writers were planning to send her back to Israel and make her an unfortunate, miserable woman. And that didn't sit right with her. She explicitly said, "Unless someone can really write something fantastic for her, I won't go back." Honestly, it's a testament to her dedication to her craft and to the fans of the show. It takes a lot of courage to walk away from something that you put so much time and effort into. But she wasn't the only one who had issues with her writing time. After all, Dwayne Henry wasn't happy with what they did to his character either.
That could lead us to them.
Well, if we nick Eddie's paper trail, then what do you suggest we follow?
His footprints.
Did you notice any changes in Eddie's routine recently?
No.
Let me tell you a little secret about Henry's departure from NCIS. It was like the creators were playing a cruel game of kill your darlings. Henry played the charming MI6 agent Clayton Reeves, who was one of the most exciting new characters on the show. But things took a turn when the showrunner, Gary Glassberg, passed away in 2016. No one knew what he had planned for Clayton, and the rest of the creators panicked. In a desperate attempt to tie up loose ends, they gave Clayton the chop and cut him out completely. Ouch! When Henry was asked about Clayton's sudden death, he spilled the tea on TV Line. He said that he could tell the writers were not really sure what the future held. So he kind of got his bearings together and thought, what's going to happen now with the character? It was a shady move by the NCIS team, but Henry took it all in stride, saying, you can't ask for a better exit. Maybe he's just playing it cool, or perhaps he's too classy to start drama. Either way, Clayton's untimely end was a real shock to fans of the show. And finally, we have someone who just got tired of doing it all. It was Lauren Holly.
10 years ago, I spent time in Europe with another agent.
Take it you two weren't sightseeing.
The name Oshimida was a code word we were to use in the event our cover was compromised.
Well, she's not one to stick around in a role for too long. When she was offered the part of Jenny Shepard, she took a break from acting. And it was only supposed to be a guest role for 6 episodes. But she ended up appearing in 48 episodes over 3 seasons and eventually got tired of playing the same character. In fact, her character was killed off by the fiancé of a Russian crime lord. And after that, Holly moved on to star in more movies and TV shows. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, that's all I had for today on the truth about the most scandalous NCIS cast exits.